Okay, guys, so this is inspired by the fact that I know that there are a lot of people who are maybe transferring their business over to online or wondering how to get online clients. And so they're learning more about all of that stuff and potentially learning it from people who have businesses online. And this might be a little bit confronting, but it's very important for you to know from the perspective that I know that if you're a personal trainer and you have the skill set and the network and the previous clients that you've already helped, that there are plenty of other easy ways to do what you're trying to do. So I'm going to explain that towards the end of the video of what you actually should do. But this is for you if you don't love technology. So it's slightly frustrating when you're trying to do anything with a computer, because if you're a face-to-face kind of person that has one of those businesses like trainers and all kinds of coaches do, we run our business by appointments and it's usually a kinesthetic kind of business, then you're really, really good face-to-face, which probably means that you're not so good with the technology, which is okay, but it probably means that you're not so good. If you're anything like me, I even, many years ago, before I did a bit of mindset work on myself, quite a lot actually, many years ago I even smashed a laptop in frustration of actually trying to get an email server, Aweber, to work. Now I know how to use Aweber, but that's not critical. And I will show you actually how you can make money online without building a sales funnel. But my point is that what the people that you're potentially learning from do not understand. Now, just have this in your mind as a concept, just for your own sanity and so that you can save money, and more importantly, probably the next 12 to 24 months of your life doing what you're doing, because online can be a very long game. That's the first issue that I want to talk about. So it can be a long game from the potential of, you really do need like over 1,000 people to have a look at a sales page before you'll get somebody to click something to purchase something. Now that's something that you've got on there as a product. You need to rate that as, is it a low-end product? Is it a medium product? Is it a high-end product? I know that people that teach you how to do funnels are teaching people to go free or low end and then medium and then high and blah, blah, blah. So for you to actually get people to pop out and buy your high-end product, you do actually need thousands of people to go through the front end of the funnel. So you need thousands of people to look at the page for maybe 100 people to purchase the thing. And for that to happen, you need the sales page to be written brilliantly. So you almost need to be a copywriter as well. That's actually the skill set that you need. And if it's not converting, if people aren't clicking it, then you're not a good sales page writer. But I know that because you're already really good with people, right? So just remember that fact. And I'm going to come back to this in a second, save you like 2 years of your life and a lot of laptops and frustration if you're like me and you like to break things when you get cranky, which I have to say I don't do anymore. But anyway. Then those people move from there, then they might get your next offer, then they might get your next offer, and they might get your next offer. So that's called a sales funnel. Now, you also then have to run ads if you don't already have hundreds of thousands of followers. Hundreds of thousands of followers. If you don't already have hundreds of thousands of followers and you haven't already been putting content out for over 10 years, because it literally does take a long time to build an online presence if you do it that way. If you don't have hundreds of thousands of followers, when you put the thing up, you won't get a lot of buy-in. Now, I'm not telling you this because I've learned it out of the course. I'm telling you this because I've spent the last 10 years online, as well as 10 years prior to that in physical business anyway. So there is a large crossover, and I want to teach you how to use both, because if you're a personal trainer, what these people that are online don't actually get, and they don't have as a skill set that you do have as a coach, is you know how to build rapport. You know most of the time how to actually do a sale. So when you're talking to people, because don't you find that when they come in and they have the experience with you or they can have a conversation with you, majority of the time they're sold. So what if those 100,000 people that you're trying to send to that sales page, what if all of those people just ended up on the phone with you? That is the gold. That is where the gold is. And if I wish I had have known this, 10 years ago, when personally I started building funnels and membership sites and pages and blah, blah, blah. You get my point. So, and I mucked around with it for at least 2 years before I realized this is doing my head in. And then I found another way to actually increase my income and my revenue without me doing 50 more hours a week, because I couldn't anyway, because I was just actually recently a single mum. So really it came down to creating different products and offers and packages and stuff, which is really, to be honest, what it comes down with you as well. But what I want you to know is that you really don't have to continue to spend between 1 and 2, maybe even 3 years, hi Dana, actually building stuff for online, when you can service your clients online. Sure, really all that means is a Facebook group and emails, to be honest, but you don't need the technology that you're being told that you need, especially if you're being told that you need it by somebody that doesn't already understand your skill set. And I'm saying that because I know what it's like to be good at a kinesthetic business, because I've been a coach for such a long time, and we're really good at that stuff. We're really good at building rapport. So please understand, you can actually quadruple your business in the next year by learning how to sell and offer a larger package. And I don't know what that word means to you. It means different things to everybody. If you've got questions about that, or the possibility of how that would be done, because to be honest, it's easy to do if you're an experienced coach. It's not as easy to do if you're not an experienced coach. And one of the reasons is because there's a disconnect, because you actually feel like you're lying, because you don't know really how long it takes to get people results, and you actually don't even know how to get the people results. That's the other problem. So if any of that is making sense and you want to really shortcut stuff, please send me a message on here, because anything really is possible. But I promise it's really going to take a long time if you're trying to spend money and send people to a page so that they sign up for something. Then they click this, they click this, they click this, they click this. It's great if you want a career in IT, but if you actually want to capitalize on your strengths, I've said it before. Anyway, you know where I am if you need me. Talk to you soon.